日本時間8日にメジャーリーグの GM 会議がアリゾナ州スコッツデールで行われ、早くも FA となったエンゼルスの大谷翔平の去就が話題を独占しています。
GM 会議では、どこを見ても、どこに行っても、聞こえてくるものすべて、想像できるものすべて、翔平大谷に関することだった。大谷の FA 争奪戦が MLB の GM ミーティングの話題の中心だった。
と、各球団からの関心の高さが改めて伝えられています。そんな中、各球団の GM が集う場で新たに出てきたのが、最も獲得にアグレッシブなチームはカブスという情報。もちろんドジャース大本命説が根強いですが、あらゆる情報が錯綜する GM 会議の中で出てきた新ニュースが、現在アメリカ中で話題となっています。大谷マニアとして知られる米専門局、FOX スポーツのアナリスト、ベン・バーランダー氏は自身のポッドキャスト番組で、大谷の移籍先について、ドジャースが最有力候補だとした上で、2番候補にシカゴカブスを挙げ、その理由についても詳しく解説していましたので、日本語字幕付きでご紹介していきます。
Yesterday was officially the first day of free agency, which means we are officially on Shohei Ohtani watch. Where is he going to end up? The biggest name in free agency this year. We know his number one goal is to be on a team that can win and win now. So where do you think his top 3 landing spots are? And do you think the way the postseason kind of panned out, did that change anything?
Man, Alex, it's day 1 of our offseason show, and you're hitting me with the hard-hitting questions.
We're going
here.
in.
All right, free agency. Where's Shohei going?
That's what everyone wants to know.
This is obviously the biggest question of the offseason and the biggest free agent in maybe sports history.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're being honest, he's going to get pre-injury. He was going to get, I think, probably $600+ million. I think now we're still looking at about $500 million.
Crazy.
And he's going to be worth every penny, both on the field and when he does come back pitching, but off the field as well. He's worth so much to an organization with everything that comes along with him, including merchandise sales,
Japan,
butts and seats,
the
and
entire
country.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this hasn't changed a ton for me.
Okay.
I still think the front runner in all of this is the Dodgers. I just think it makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's a place he's comfortable with. It's a team that is competitive and good enough to win in the regular season dynasty.
I don't even.
Dodgers are front runners.
Yeah.
Look, I'll give you a top 3.
Okay.
Alex, you know what I will say changed things? I don't think that I thought the Giants were big players. I don't think they're there yet. Are the Giants one Shohei Ohtani away from being World Series champs?
No.
I don't think so. I really don't. So to me, they're a name that's been thrown out a ton, and I know they have the money to go do it. I don't see it happening. All right, top 3. 1, give me the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Woo!
2, this is a surprise.
Okay.
Give me the Chicago Cubs.
Whoa.
Cubs were big-time players the first time around.
Yeah.
And then I think the decision just came down to I want to be on the West Coast, that sort of thing. I think the Cubs are back to being a big-time player. I think they have the money. I think they have the want. If you think for once, just look at what's happening. They were on the cusp of the playoffs. They're one Seiya Suzuki catch away from being in the playoffs and the entire playoff dynamic being completely different here. By the way, the Diamondbacks don't get in the playoffs if Seiya Suzuki catches that ball in right field against the Braves, and then they don't get to the World Series because they obviously aren't in the playoffs.
But you also have Cody Bellinger, who just opted out and opted for free agency.
Correct. Obviously, though, he's going to get paid now. So what do they? Back to my original point. Went down a side tangent.
Yes, we did.
You think they're going to sign the manager for the most money of all time and just be like, all right, we're good? No, they're going to make a big splash this offseason. And I could see it. I can envision it. Shohei at Wrigley with the bleachers going crazy for him. Wrigley, it just would be so cool. So give me the Cubs on that list.
At number 2.
And third, give me the Mariners. A team that needs offense.
Yep.
Is in a good position right now pitching-wise, so you're not afraid to sign Shohei and be like, okay, we'll get him on the mound in a year, but we're okay a year without him on the mound. We just need offense. It's a place that I think he would like to be. He's spent off seasons up there. Yeah, so give me the Dodgers, I would say right now, as a clear number 1.
Yeah.
And then a big jump down, give me Cubs, Mariners.
Okay.
But I think we're looking at the Dodgers here.
Yeah, I Dodgers Mariners I agree hard with. Cubs was kind of a curveball there, but I could see it. You're painting the picture.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. Like we are officially on Shohei Ohtani watch. This is going to be insane.
また、アメリカのポッドキャスト番組、ファウルテリトリーでは、ザ・アスレチックのスポーツジャーナリスト、サハデブ・シャルマ氏が出演し、ここでも、シカゴカブスが大谷翔平を獲得する可能性について議論が繰り広げられていましたので、日本語字幕付きでご紹介していきます。
A bit we want to call make a case for Shohei Ohtani. For the Cubs to sign in my opinion, should have been the player's choice, player of the year. Yes, I know he's not going to pitch next year. Yes, there's concerns behind the second Tommy John recovery, but make a case for the Cubs to sign Shohei Ohtani.
I mean, huge market already. They obviously need a power bat with Cody Bellinger hitting the free agent market. They could really use that bat in 2024, and they're going to need more pitching beyond 2024. So they'll happily wait for him to get right. They have enough pitching depth for next season that they can be patient. He considered the Cubs, even though it seemed like he was focused on the West Coast. He considered the Cubs when he first came stateside. I mean, the Cubs, great fan base, great ballpark, long history. I think the case is pretty easy to make outside of is this a team that's going to win right away? Does he believe that? I think that's probably where you have to really push him, really sell him on the fact that there's a lot of young talent with a solid core with Dansby Swanson, Nico Horner, Ian Happ, Justin Steele, Seiya Suzuki. There's talent here. They need a superstar, and who better than Shohei Ohtani?
Is there enough of a farm system? Because Shohei's looking for 10 to 15 year contract.
Yeah. Their farm system is ranked pretty much top 5 by most publications. Some of them have them top 3. The question probably that most people have is what type of impact talent do they have at the top of the farm? Pete Crow Armstrong, Cade Horton are pretty consistently top 25, top 30 guys now. Then you look at upside guys like Kevin Alcantara, Matt Shaw was drafted this past summer and just tore apart the minors. There's some really interesting talent. Owen Casey hits mammoth home runs, some of the best exit velocity in the minor leagues. As far as when we talk about prospects, it's all questions for me. Until you come up and prove it, it's really hard to know. There's very few Julio Rodriguez's that come up right away and just become MVP candidates. Not sure if the Cubs have that guy, but they have plenty of talent, and they can, at minimum, they can use these guys to add current talent that can impact the team. I believe that a guy like Pete Crow Armstrong or Cade Horton, they're not going to trade those guys. They want them to be a part of the future and maybe even the present in 2024.
All right, well, this one's directed directly to you. Shohei Ohtani just texted me, and he said, is the media going to ask me a lot of questions? Because when I was in Anaheim, I never really had to do much.
I'd like to ask him plenty of questions. If he's unwilling to chat, then hey, I get it. But I'm going to try and do my job and talk to these guys as much as I can. Hopefully, as a good translator that's willing to chat me up.
Do you think that will turn some teams away? The fact that Chicago is a large market, the fact that LA is a large market, that the Dodgers, I wouldn't say Anaheim's is the same type of market. Philly, New York, his lack of connection to the media, is his lack of being accessible. Do you think that's going to turn some teams away, or is that just going to be something that they'll cross that bridge when they get there?
Yeah, I'm not sure if a front office will consider that. And frankly, when guys, a lot of Boston people have come to Chicago, right? And they tell us that they prefer Chicago media to Boston media because we're not as harsh as the Boston media. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Maybe we should be harsher. Is it obviously would love if guys are accessible and want to talk all the time, but it isn't the type of media market that's going to bang down his door and demand that he speaks at all times. Guys get to pick and choose when they speak, and if that's choice to limit it to days when he pitches, that's his choice and that's his prerogative. We can't force a guy to come chat with us.
実力、人気ともに MLB トップクラスとなった大谷翔平。右肘の内側側副靭帯、UCL を損傷し、手術したことで来季は投手として登板しない見込みですが、それでも史上最高の総額5億ドル、約750億円を超える契約が結ばれる可能性を米メディアに指摘されています。これからも大谷の活躍から目が離せません。皆様からのコメントもお待ちしております。